appreciating somebody versus owing somebody. Is there a difference? Are there similarities? In what situations or positions would you consider appreciation? And what situations would you consider owing someone? Does love come into the play? Does the dynamics of the relationship come into play? We're going to talk about a few things. And I'm going to start off this way. Everybody says, or you know how it goes, like you come from a situation where you were less fortunate, like you come up, you make it big, you become rich or wealthy or whatnot, and everybody do what? They buy their mama a house. Why do people buy their parents homes or vehicles, or why are you purchasing these things for your parents once you made it, or your family and or your friends? Let's not act like it doesn't also happen with siblings, friends, other family members or whatever. But why are you purchasing things for these people because you made it? Is it because you appreciate them? Because appreciation, I don't think, comes with a price tag or with value, especially of things such as homes and automobiles. Or is it because you feel like you owe them? Because maybe you feel sorry for them. Maybe you feel like y'all came up together, but you're forgetting that you're the one that did all the work. You're the one that should also reap the reward for the work that you made pay off. Even if it was a lucky situation, if it was a lottery ticket, bingo, it doesn't matter. But the thing that kills me about buying your parents a house, because in most people get forced out or kicked out at age 18 or especially age 21. Most, I always say, it's always a small percentage that's going to oppose to what I'm talking about. It always will be. But mostly everybody kick their kids out before they even ready to be out on their own. And then when your kid figures it out, you get a house in return. And you accept it because you feel like it's owed to you, because you did your job, because you was clapping or you was getting your cheeks clapped. And now you feel like the product of your session with the moaning and groaning owes you something. No, your child don't owe you that house because they made it. Your child don't owe you that car because they made it. Your brother, your sister, your cousin, your friend, they don't owe you anything because they made it. If you put in the work and put in the tribulations and the trials and the sacrifices and you actually came up together, that is an entirely different thing. But again, what's the difference between appreciation and owing? If I make it big tomorrow, the people that are closest to me, am I supposed to break them off because I appreciate them for being my friends or being close to me? Or do I go and break my mother off just simply because she's my mom? But then we all have that moment in our life or moments in our lives where we say, yo, I gave to everybody that I care about, but when it's my turn or when I need something, it's nobody there. But yet, let's just be honest with ourselves. Let's just keep it raw, real, and 100. We still turn around and be stupid idiots and do the same thing for the same people and end up in the same situation, hurt all over again. Well, it's time to stop blaming those people because we don't owe them. But we can appreciate them for the times that they did show up and appreciate them for the positive and the good energy that they did bring to our lives. But if we make it, we don't simply owe them because they were there. We can show appreciation. Yeah, you can come do some things with me because I still enjoy your company, and because I do have it in this way, I would like for you to experience this with me. But it's never going to be here. This your cut for me appreciating you. Go do what you do. Nah. And that won't even keep wealth in my own direct bloodline that I created, because now I'm taking away money, future investments, just anything monetary related to anything with my children, because I want to flex? Or is it really because I feel like I owe someone for knowing me? It could be situations that have nothing to do with money, and someone close to you can find out that you have some money and will call you, text you, or see you face to face and be like, I know you're going to look out for it. Remember when your leg was hurt and I took out your trash that week? Alright, so now I owe you for that? Because back then when I didn't have it, it was all about love and appreciation. But now that I have something of monetary value, now I owe you. It makes no sense. And it's one of the reasons why my circle of people stays so small, because I've learned my lessons. I've been hurt enough. And as humans, as definitely as adults, we know that relationship hurt is not the only hurt that you endure in life. If you a man, your homie can really hurt you if you do some effed up mess. If you a woman, your homegirl can really hurt you if she do some effed up mess. And sometimes that hurt can hurt more than the relationship pain, because it's people that you've actually established time with, that 10, 15, 20 year mark with somebody, and now everything got to change because somebody did some messed up mess. It's hurt that comes in the form of your parents, like them kicking you out when you're not prepared for the real world, and they just say, you'll figure it out. But how am I supposed to figure it out if you kicking me out and you still paying rent, you don't have a mortgage, your car almost on the verge of repossession every month? So how am I supposed to figure it out if you didn't set the example for me to figure it out? And then you want to throw me back or throw me out into the world unprepared, so I can end up just like you at that age trying to still figure it out, or get lucky and not become a product in my environment and actually figure it out. But that's a tough situation that you're putting your seed in. And just because it's your child, does that mean you're not supposed to show appreciation when they turn 21? Do you not feel like you owe them anymore? Do you feel like your contract is cut, like your time is ended? Because this was a product of your moaning and groaning session. So now you just feel like you can just let go of it and not be responsible? But is that love? Is that appreciation? Or is that you just kind of telling your child, you owe me my space or my freedom because you're this age? It gets real complicated, right? In order to become less toxic as a community, we have to reestablish what our boundaries are, what our rules and guidelines are, what is socially acceptable, what is socially not acceptable. And we must start congratulating each other more and stop making each other or forcing it upon each other that because you made it, you owe me something and I want a piece of your pie. We need to create our own pie. And when you do get the pie, you need to make sure you spread the knowledge. Don't give your secret sauce, because you gotta make, what's special for you be special for you. But if you give somebody the basic recipe and let them spin it their own way, because they gotta put in that time, they gotta put in that work and that effort, then you set it up for the next person to succeed. Or at least you gave them the keys, and the destination. They just have to get there. And with that shows love, that shows appreciation, And if you felt like I owed you anything, I gave you the information to be even greater than me. It really needs to be more of a congratulations back in standard in today's society. It's so much hate. So many people pretend like they're rooting for you, but they're not rooting for you at all. Your worst enemies will be right in your face pretending to be your best friend, but are really orchestrating your downfall. As people, we must do better, and we must identify these negative seeds that are in our garden. We must disperse of these negative seeds, throw them as far down the road as possible. And they can be negative sprouters wherever else they want to be and wherever else garden that they are accepted. But make sure that they are not allowed in yours. You came into this world alone, and you will leave this world alone. Sometimes your parents are not even rooting for you. Why? Because they're jealous of you and their failures. So you must remember that you can appreciate any and everything that anyone in your life has ever done. But because you appreciate them, that doesn't mean you owe them anything. The next time you come up, don't start looking for ways to pass out yours. Look for ways to make it grow or to make it last as long as possible for you. Let others be responsible for them and show appreciation and love in the same ways that you can in return, without money involved. There are always caveats or small oppositions to this situation, because if we really truly love and care about someone, we're not going to see them fall and we're not going to see them drown. So for the person looking to say, I'm not going to see my loved one in a bad situation, that's one thing. You can help them climb out. But from their bad situation, you can't become their new situation in any type, form, or fashion. Until next time, remain untoxic. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, get in the comments, and I'll talk to you all soon.